So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you landed at West London?
Well, my name's Derek. I'm 37 years old. In May 21st, I'll be 38. Grew up in Simcoe, Ontario, and moved to London about 5 or 6 years ago. I think five years ago. And how I ended up in coming to West London Alliance, I was in a program. I met Ron Standish actually at that program, and we discussed. I talked to him about his church because I was wondering what church I can go to afterwards. Discussed about his church, the values of the church, theology, and it sounded right up my alley. So I decided to come, and been going ever since.
Awesome. So Ron Standish was the man. That's awesome. He I think told me right off the bat you were coming, and I think you brought a friend of yours, your roommate Ryan, came with you that first time.
Yeah, Ryan came with me actually the first time too. Nice. As well.
Shout out to Ryan, because you guys were like we're always together. So it was like if you found one, you found the other. It was good those first few weeks. Hey, so Derek, obviously we've been tracking with you in regards to your health, and how you tested positive through COVID, and then you were put into hospital and you were in a coma for weeks. That's where you lost a small child of 70 pounds, and you've come out of that the last week or so. We're excited about that. We got a chance to get a little glimpse of how your mom loves you online, and I know your life group has been connecting with her a little bit more, which is always weird when people are talking to your mom behind your back. Like, oh, hope everything's cool. She passed around some baby photos. I don't know if you saw those on the bulletin that we put out.
What?
No, I'm just joking. But that's what could happen. So Derek, why don't you tell us a little bit more about what the last few weeks have brought up to you, and what is the latest for you in health?
Well, the last few weeks have been quite the challenge, starting from not being able to walk to standing up the first time. I actually have a picture with me beside two nurses who are very tiny, and if I'm going down, it's gonna be a big accident. So, but I stood up for the first time, and then just going through a barrage of tests. I think I've been tested 5-6 times now for COVID, which is that annoying test where they shove it up your nose. I call them brain ticklers.
Nice.
But now I am able to walk. I walk with a walker right now. I do get tired pretty easily. I get winded pretty easily, and this is all due to the fact that my conditioning is not there anymore. I was in a coma for a month and then been in bed for quite a bit. And also my hands have been an issue, because the way I was sitting in the position during the coma, I pinched two nerves, both hands, and I can't feel half my ring finger, half my pinky, or all my pinky finger, the back of my hand, and my thumb. So all that is numb. I can't feel anything. The doctors say it's a 50-50 chance that they come back, but it takes time. Only a millimeter a day it takes for nerves to grow back. So it's going to be from my elbow to my finger. So it's going to take a while.
Yeah. Okay. And how you liking that juice? I can see that's a real cool color you got going on there.
Pardon me?
That juice had a nice little color tint to it.
I have squirt bottles to flavor the water, because I'm getting tired of drinking water.
I hear you. So so now looking forward, this is Mother's Day weekend that we're doing this. It's the Friday of Mother's Day weekend. What's happening on Sunday?
Actually, I'm going home on Sunday.
Nice, dude.
So my mom's picking me up. I'll probably miss the service, but I'll catch it afterwards. I'll watch it at home.
Well, we'll expect you to be straight up on that. Like, I mean, you can watch it on the car. You can tell your mom, hey, we're not going home. We need to stay here and watch service. I think that's a higher priority right there. No, dude, I'm so glad you're going home. That is the greatest Mother's Day gift you probably could have given your mother. You're probably off the hook for giving her flowers.
I did give her flowers today. She's getting them. I sent her flowers.
I hope my mom doesn't see this, because I haven't figured that part out yet in my life. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. We're excited to hear that. Hey, so obviously one of the things we've been praying for is that we were praying for a miracle. We're praying for God's healing. You've experienced it from a different vantage, being the person being prayed for by the church. But what have you, I mean, how have you seen God working in this situation?
Oh, mightily. Just everybody coming together, feeling like a family, feeling love, feeling that there's hope. I remember when I finally woke up and I finally realized what had happened, I couldn't stop crying. I just filled with joy, filled with like awe and amazement, and just how everybody came together. There's people praying for me all over the world, like Australia, Africa. My parents knew people in Africa. There's one story I want to tell you. My brother and just actually I should say sorry. The big thing is that my family, like my mom, even just watching church services, praying for me, with Michael Stanley, that type of stuff. My mom, she believes in God, but I didn't know where her faith was at. I don't know where she stood with it. And even my dad, I knew they believed, but they weren't attendees or anything like that. For them to go to church, to pray is huge. My uncle Daryl, another person, doesn't believe in God at all, says he'll pray for me. He actually went on the London news station, the rock station, I guess, and asked everybody on the rock station to pray for me.
Cool, man. That's
which
very cool.
Crazy. My brother, who I don't know where he stands either at all. I think I've asked him the question before, but doesn't go to church or anything. On his gaming thing where he plays online, he asked people to pray for me, and one person from Mexico said he got his mom to pray, who's very faith filled, and who prayed for me every day and wanted an update. People from all over Texas, like just everybody coming together is just such a neat thing to see, and God moving in that way.
I know you're not someone who likes to draw attention to yourself. I mean, that's been obvious just getting to know you over the last couple of years. But in this, you've been the center of a lot of people's attention. I even heard the nurses gave you a rounding applause when you left their area of the hospital, because you were their first COVID one just to recover and to leave, right?
Yeah.
You've got a church that has been praying for you and asking about you, and Pastor Jude has been updating people as the week's gone on. Your mom's been connecting all these things. How have you sensed Jesus with you? Like, how has your personal faith just been like, I mean, like you're laying in bed not knowing what was going on, and then you're fighting for your life, not even knowing really the big picture of what's happening. You didn't even know you had COVID when you were in the coma. You woke up and they had to tell you, okay, you've got COVID.
Actually, I got told I had COVID prior to that, and
did you? Okay,
was on
my bad.
bed for 2 days. So when I went there, it was pretty tough for my mom because I called her and everything. But
so you knew all that going in. So how did you wrestle with Jesus, and how did you feel reassured and strengthened throughout all that time?
Through everybody praying, through everybody calling me, through everybody writing me, like just making me, let me know that they're there for me to help me. Bigger way though, I would have to say, is just like through reading the word. Like I've been picking up the word a lot more. Just God just talking to me through the word and through prayer. I'm praying a lot more. I don't know how to explain it. It's just, I don't know, just a feeling of love and acceptance and
reassurance.
Reassurance. Yeah, things are gonna get better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, so one of the things I love about my job is I'm really behind the scenes, and one of the areas I oversee are life groups. And I was pretty blown away by your life group. I mean, I talked to Michael a couple of times, but I know he was talking to your mom on a daily basis. I think Susan was reaching out to your mom on a regular basis. You had like people in your life group connecting with your family, and you're not in the room. You've experienced the prayer of a church. Tell me, how do you view church a little differently now? I mean, you've only been at the church for a little while. You have a unique story, but how maybe are you looking at church a little differently?
I want to go more. I want to get connected more. I definitely want to get connected more. Like you said, I'm not one to really stand out. I am, but I'm just shy at church because I feel, okay, from my past experiences, I'm always worried about judgment. I'm always worried that I'm not good enough, that I don't have anything to say to anybody because like my lifestyle in the past or even now, like it's been a challenge to connect with people. But now I really, for church for me now is I want to really try to just get involved more and not be afraid and know that people aren't judging me, they're accepting of me. The nurses are coming in now.
Sorry.
It's okay, I'm doing a video.
The nurses are
yeah,
coming.
give me one more
Nurses
minute.
are coming.
Basically, you know, like, just, yeah, I see it totally different. Like, I need to be there. I need to connect. I need to grow with these people. I need the support. I need the encouragement, but I also need the direction to give me insight and wisdom as well. So I value it more. I value church more.
Awesome. Well, dude, one of the things that comes out of people like you going through this type of circumstance is you actually do your life as a church a favor. You give us a kick in the butt, which sometimes we need to kind of be forged together on scripture and prayer and to love others the way we would want to love them on a regular basis. I want to thank you for your testimony, which helped your church and your small group, especially your life group, to really live out things over these last few weeks. And like you're saying, I hope that it's more. I hope it continues to increase and give your group opportunity and yourself opportunity to proclaim God's gospel as you get connected more and more. Now, one of the things people need to know, and you're not going to say it, but I'm going to say it, like shout out, you gotta. Now I've just heard it. I haven't heard it myself, but I've heard you've got a voice of like a songbird. You can sing. And so over this, maybe we're gonna get you up on stage there, Big D. We'll talk to Davey. We'll hook up a little time, and long walks on the beach so the man can sing. The man's losing weight. The man loves God, and he can sing. I mean, you got the 4-pack there. It's all good. Hey, last question for you. That was just to throw you off a little bit. How can we keep praying and support you as you go home and your recovery continues? What's something we could be praying for?
Just that I would like, because it is a bit of a challenge being with the parents. You know, I get pretty occupied, or I get busy. Just that I still keep connecting with God, that I still pray for others and myself and my family, and continue to get into the Word. That's the major one. And then all major. The other thing is for my hands to heal. It is still a challenge to do things. I've done grip tests and pinch tests, and my numbers are still low for a middle-aged man that I am. And 37, getting there.
It's all right.
Yeah, and so I wouldn't, I pray for my hands healing and the continued strengthening of my legs.
Yeah. Okay, sweet, man. Well, we'll be praying for that, and we're looking forward to seeing you when everyone's able to see each other back at church, hopefully sometime sooner than later. But hey, if you are looking to get connected, let me just do a shout out for some things. If you are a woman in the church who's not connected, there's women's prayer. There's I see a group of women doing some stuff online all the time. So please plug into one of those. If you're a man looking to connect, there's Thursday morning prayer, and there's Brian's group every second Saturday. And if you just want to get into some communities that are still growing, that is something that I think could be helpful for not just Derek, but for other people, that we aren't disconnected during this time. Derek, thanks so much for your time, man. I appreciate it. and we're looking forward to seeing how God's going to continue to work His story out through your life.
All right, thank you.
All right, buddy. Take care.